If you're not making 10K months, if you're not scaling fast, if you're not booked out 3 months in advance, you're failing, right? No. Actually, you might just be in the middle, and that's exactly where you're meant to be. Back in Business is the unfiltered podcast for service providers, founders, and women in business who are done pretending it's all smooth sailing. This is the real, slightly chaotic, often hilarious side of business, the part you don't see but absolutely need to hear. Join me, Kim Zojba, Executive Virtual Assistant, Business Manager and multiple business owner, as I share honest conversations from my own journey and fellow businesswomen. We go behind the brands to talk about the moments that shape our businesses, big wins, fuck-ups, mindset shifts, strategy and everything in between. This is Business, unfiltered, and you're definitely not doing it alone. Today's episode is for anyone who's ever looked around and thought, why is everyone else smashing it while I feel stuck in neutral? If you've ever questioned your offers, your pricing, your progress, just because you're not scaling like that coach on Instagram, this one's for you. We live in a time where there's this constant pressure to do more, make more, grow faster. If you're not hitting 10K months, if you're not booked out 3 months in advance, if you're not launching every 5 seconds, it's easy to feel like you're not doing enough. That maybe your business is broken, that maybe you are the problem. And I'm just here to say none of that is true. Because here's the reality. Business is never one straight upward line. It's up, down, messy, brilliant, confusing, and a whole lot of figuring it out as you go along. And sometimes you're just in the middle, and that's not a bad place to be. I've had months where I've literally had to turn clients away because I was so busy I didn't have a single spare hour. I also had months, usually around Christmas and summer, where I sit at my desk and I think, what do I even do today? In the beginning, that would send me into full panic mode. I'd start second guessing everything. I'd wonder if I needed to change my packages, raise my prices, launch something new ASAP. I used to spiral pretty quickly, but now I actually plan for those slow seasons. Like, I expect them. And instead of seeing them as failure, I use them to clean up the back end of my business, to create resources, to build internal systems that help me to work smarter and not harder. So when things get busy again, I'm prepared. So those months have become my internal scaling seasons. The stuff I do during the quiet patches, that's what gives me room to grow later without burning myself out. Or trying not to burn myself out, because I will share another episode of the huge burnout that I went through quite recently. And let's be honest, if you've been in business for a little while, you'll probably already experience these natural highs and the natural lows, right? So what I want you to do is just think about an industry. For example, the fitness industry in January. Everyone's signing up to gyms, hiring coaches, buying guides, buying new fitness equipment, fitness clothing. January will probably make up the majority of those fitness businesses' yearly income. But no one says they're failing in September just because they're having a slower month. So why do we expect our own business to perform at top speed every single month of the year? The truth is, we don't always need to be growing. Sometimes what your business needs isn't more, it's space. Sometimes you just need more space to breathe, to recalibrate, to reflect on what's working and what's not, and maybe even just to take a break without the guilt. And I get it. As a freelancer or a service provider, slow seasons can feel absolutely terrifying. You're thinking about invoices, wondering if a client is about to quietly disappear. You're refreshing your inbox like it's a slot machine. I've been there many times and I still do it. But I've also learned that the more pressure I put on myself during those seasons, the more chaotic everything becomes. It started showing in my work and in my energy and the way I was showing up. Clients can feel that as too, and honestly, so can you. If you're in one of those slower patches right now, maybe it's quiet, maybe you're unsure what's next, just know this, that you're not behind, you're just in the middle, and the middle is part of that, and that's a really important place for you to be. So instead of like scrambling around, panicking that your business is failing, why don't you just sit back, ask yourself, what does my business need behind the scenes right now? What would feel good to create, clean up, or rebuild? And what would support future me when things get busy again? And even if the answer is you just want to rest, then that's valid too, because that's part of the work. Because we can't put our all into our work if we don't rest. So while you're in the slower months, just think about those questions and start to plan and prepare and do the tasks that can get you to the next level when you're busy, and so that you don't get behind when you're busy, like I did. But I just want to say before I wrap up this episode, it was a short one this time, that just don't be too hard on yourself. I know it's super easy said than done when you're watching your income dip or hoping clients stick around, but here's the thing. You're already in the smallest percentage of people who are doing what they love, who took the huge step, who are building something real and sustainable. And that's huge. So if you're in the middle, just give yourself some credit. This part matters hugely. Like, it's so important where you are right now. So if this episode hit home, I'd love for you to follow the podcast, leave me a quick review, or share it with someone who might need to hear it too. And if you're in your own messy middle, DM me, email me, because you're definitely not alone and we can figure it out together. So thanks for being here, and I will see you next week.